Hey motivators, it's Brooke here, and it's time for our core power abdominal workout. So we're going to start with a nice easy warm-up, just doing an ab crunch. I want you to make sure you relax your head and your hands and keep your elbows nice and wide. Tuck your chin in slightly and look to the top of your knees or where your ceiling and the wall meet. Next, I want you to lift with your chest and crunch with your abdominals. You don't want to lift with your head and neck. You want to simply lift with your chest and crunch with your abs. Make sure your feet are hip-width apart and your heels are close to your bum. This is a great warm-up exercise when you're doing core work and abdominal work. So hang on, breathe into it, and we're going to get ready for the workout. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off today. Awesome, gang. So we're going to flip over into a plank position. We're going to go to hand plank position, hands underneath shoulders, rolling your shoulder blades back and down, and you're going to pull one knee into your elbow. Same leg, same arm. So see how I keep my neck nice and long, looking towards the floor. You're going to feel your shoulders and your triceps fire up, and the sides of your abdominals fire up as well. Working the obliques, the six-pack area. Also a little bit of that muffin top and love handle area as well. Beginners, here's your option. You can totally do this move. Just go to that knee plank and pull your knee in. No excuses, you can do it. We're going to go straight back to our toes when we're ready. Legs are nice and long. You want to keep a nice long body, and my feet are just hip-width apart. You'll see me take my legs a little wider later on in the workout. Awesome job, gang. Just breathe through it. We can do it. So next up, we're going to go back to our backs. We're going to do an abdominal crunch, lifting our knees up, pulling them over our waistline, and tapping our toes to the floor. Again, you want to make sure your back stays nice and flat to the floor. So pull that belly button in and breathe into the movement. I'm bringing my knees over my hips, and I'm thinking chest to thighs, so I'll lift my shoulder blades off the mat. Keep those elbows nice and wide so you don't start pulling through your neck. Remember, chest lifts, abs crunch. We're working the midsection big time right here, and you're also going to feel a little bit below the belly button line for the lower abdominals. You've got those knees coming over the waist, and that's going to hit the lower abs. As you lift up, that's going to hit the center abdominals up at the top, between the rib cage. That was a good one, gang. Take your time there and go slow. So we're going to go back to that hand plank position, and we're going to do the other knee into your elbow. So let's start from the head to the toes. We're keeping the chin tucked in, looking towards the floor. You're going to open up that chest to the floor, and I want you to think shoulders, hips, square to the floor. You don't want to open up that chest to the side. Try to pull your knee up and around to that elbow to get some good crunch right there through the abdominals. You're also going to feel your glutes, so as you tap that toe back, squeeze your bottom. I needed a little break right here, and it's totally okay. I wanted to keep moving, so I went to my option, and I reset my body, and I got ready to go back to my toes. Beginners, it's all about progressions, so do the best that you can do. Remember, 50 seconds is a long time, so just do as many as you can do within that time. You got it, gang. Just hang on. Now you see me stretch it out. I'm going to stretch it out, turn back over. Now if you need more than 10 seconds to recover from that move, totally take it. Right here, we're going to do arm and leg clap. Just opening up my arms and my legs at the same time. I want to think inner thigh here, so I'm going to try to smack my inner thighs together. Your inner thigh muscles connect to your core muscles. It's really a big, huge part of your core muscles. So you want to work those inner thighs as much as you can. We want to stay fit and get stronger. And we want to think about everyday life. So working those core muscles are going to help us through everything we go through during the day. You got it, gang. Open up those legs and close them shut. Feel those lower abdominals come into play. We can do this. We're going to walk around proud after we get done with this workout. It's a good one. Awesome, gang. So we're going to turn back over, and we're going to go to an elbow plank. So take your elbows underneath your shoulders, open up your chest to the floor, and we're going to do one of my favorite exercises, the rainbow plank. You're just going to simply drop your hips side to side slowly, and see how my feet drop side to side as well. As soon as you drop your hips, you're going to catch yourself with the side obliques. You're going to really feel them fire up. And beginners, you have an option too. So check how I go to my knees. I'm doing my regular plank on my knees, going side to side. So you can always have an option there. And when you're ready, come to your toes. So this is kind of like catching yourself. So you want to take your time and really feel the tension that you're creating through your abdominals. Squeeze your bottom and keep your chest towards the floor. Tuck the chin in and really feel the burn. That one's a good one, gang, so catch your breath and get ready. Next up, we're going to relax back on our backs. Hands, just relax that head in your hands, elbows wide, and we're going to do a regular crunch with a leg lift. So all we're doing is just lifting that leg straight up to the sky and then dropping it halfway down. If you want to go closer to the ground, by all means go closer to the ground and make this harder. Just make sure that you keep that back nice and flat to the ground. Again, we're firing up the midsection, and you're also going to feel the top of your thighs come into play here. We're moving the legs, and you want to think chest to thigh, so you really lift that upper body close to that thigh and challenge your abdominals. You'll see me really crunching here, and my eyes are like, oh my goodness, because I am on fire. If you do it correctly, you're going to feel it right in that midsection. Again, working a little bit of the lower abdominals as well. Okay, so we're flipping back over. We're going back to an elbow plank. So make sure you open the chest, elbows go under the shoulders. Good. Now I'm going to walk my feet a little wider, and then I'm going to roll into my toes and back. So this is just a hover, forward and back push. So you just want to push that chest over your elbows towards your hands. And beginners, you can push back to your heels and then into plank position. You still have options. No excuses. We can do it. So the reason I took my legs a little wider is so I could keep the movement going and not stop. I knew I may get fatigued here. So if your legs are closer, that makes the movement harder. Squeeze your bottom, pull the belly button in, and keep a nice long spine through this whole movement. This one's going to get your heart rate up, and you should start to feel everything you've just done before this move. It's going to burn, I promise. Good, gang, you got it. Remember, do the best that you can do. Abs are on fire. You see me touching my abs, I'm like, oh my goodness. So next up, we got to go to that straight leg abdominal crunch. So I want you to think about your motivation. What motivates you to get stronger and fitter? I have my workout buddy here with me. I hope you have workout buddies, or you train in a group. Make sure to share your workouts with your friends and your family. It's always fun to have somebody by your side, giving you support that you deserve and that you need. It's all about motivating motivators, and we can do it together. So remember, relax your head in your hands. Really squeeze those abdominals. Think chest to thigh. Challenge yourself to get those shoulder blades off the mat if you can. Remember, beginners, you can shorten your range of motion. You don't have to go all the way up and all the way down. Take your time and really feel the movement. I had to take a break there, gang. I was starting to really feel this workout. So breathe into it. Awesome. We're getting close to the end. So elbow underneath your shoulder. We're going to lift our top leg. Our top arm is going to reach towards our thigh. So think elbow to thigh. You want to make sure you dig your forearm in and be really secure through your shoulders. So we're working that muffin top again, the love handle area. You can see mine kind of crunching and squeezing right there. You're also going to feel your hips and your legs. Smile. I promise you can get through it. Now your bottom hip just stays to the floor, so we're not in side plank position. We're just in side position. So you don't need to lift your bottom hip up at all. Really feel those hips fire up. Good mobility right through the hips. Your quads are really going to feel it. Everything's working right here, gang. Really focus on that midsection and that crunch right in the love handles. We're going to go straight into the other side. We can do this, gang. We're almost there. So I'm going to line my elbow underneath my shoulder, smile real big, and remember to breathe. You can see my mouth. I'm opening my mouth to get oxygen back into my body. Make sure you have that nice straight spine. I keep my head up and in line with my spine, and I'm digging in deep because this is going to burn. Yes, it is. So you got to smile through it. If you have a workout partner, awesome. You guys can talk yourselves through this one. This is a great exercise just to get some really good six-pack definition, trim up that waistline, think about all that good stuff that you want to do for the summertime. You got it, gang. Hang on to it. We're almost there. Almost there. I just said it. We're almost there. Just breathe. You're going to feel those legs. That kick is very important. Keep that body straight. Awesome. So, I decided right here we would do one more exercise. I like to do that to my clients a lot. They think we're about to finish, and then I surprise them with one more exercise. Now, this is a Pilates-based move. You're just going to bring your legs into a slight L shape, and then you're going to pat the floor and do some pulses. Tuck your chin in, lift your chest, crunch those abdominals, and breathe. Now, some of you are not going to be able to keep your chest lifted. It's going to be very hard. So your option is to lie back, relax, bend your knees a little bit, and press. I counted to about 10 pulses. Yep, just 10 and 10, and then switch those legs. It's going to start to burn. See me shaking my head? That means I am on fire. Hang on to it. We can do it. 50 seconds on. We've got this, gang. You're awesome. Have a good weekend.